from Urchfab. This is day 4 on the Mongrel. Today I want to get everything that we don't want stripped out of the front end, and then probably cut the front end of the car off up to the point where I'm keeping. Need to get the rest of the metal cut off the left hand side that I didn't do last time, and I want to cut the boot floor out as well, just so that I can get rid of all the massive amount of rubbish and scrap that I've got sat in the corner of the workshop. So let's get going on that. I've just gutted everything out of this front end. This has had some pretty dodgy looking repairs right up to the point where the, what do you call it, cross member subframe bolts in. This whole front leg's had like a piece put over the top of it on both sides. So I was planning to cut it off kind of here. I'm going to go right back to the point where they've welded, so that I know where I'm working from. I'm going to basically cut it along this piece all the way up, and then I can plate off of this, and there's these two thick sort of reinforcements on this side and on this underside here. So I'll plate flat off of that. And then I'm going to also make some kind of piece that sort of joins in up here, so I can bring the roll cage through the bulkhead and join to whatever it is I'm going to make that comes up off of here. Because there's going to be a lot more of this cut out than I originally thought. But it's going to look a lot better when it's done, because all this will be tube frame, and it will have like a bolt-on tube frame front. So yeah, a bit more work, but it will look a lot better. The end result's going to look a lot better. But yeah, now I need to just basically go through everything I've took out, box up everything I want to keep, and add everything I don't want to keep to the big old pile of crap. Choppy choppy. Okay, so we are chopped. This is going to come right back to flush with the front of this. I'm going to build all this up into some sort of tower which will connect into the cage. I can't really do all that properly without taking the engine and all the subframe out. As this sits with these cars, the engine, subframes, all the drivetrain are actually, they all bolt together and support each other. So all the drivetrain is connected front to back with the subframes. That's all holding that tub where it needs to be. If I were to take the engine and box out all the supports underneath, then the likelihood of that, what's left of this floor pan moving slightly, is going to be a lot higher. So what I'm going to do, the plan is to basically get the body on, get it all stitched on to where it's really supporting itself and it's got some strength into it, and then I'll probably just gut everything out, all the subframes, and just get the whole lot blasted. Get all the subframes blasted because they're all rusty. It'll just make it a lot nicer going back together. And it's just going to make the whole project nicer to work on. And you know, if I'm going to this amount of effort, I might as well just go the whole hog and just blast it, do it properly. It's going to it'll just make the final product's going to be that much better. But I'm happy that I've got this stripped down. It's a lot. That's probably the worst bit, is just stripping this car down, just because of how difficult it is, you know, burning through all the shit. And next I just want to get the panel, the floor panel cut out. I need to cut all the bolts off the exhaust to get that undone. So I'm going to get the exhaust off the back, cut that back panel out, and then all the massive pile of shite I've got over there I can get rid of. So I need to get like a scrap car or something and chuck all that in and then take it to the scrapyard. So let's start chopping that out. I've got that all roughly cut out. Now I need to like get rid of all these spot welds so I can cut this out, so I'm just left with basically the leg from the underside, and then I'll be able to just do all that nice and flat across the top, and it's going to look really neat. And then I'll just I'll cut the back of this off. I'm not sure whether that's going to be, if it's long enough to meet the back panel, then I can just shorten this down to where it's going to meet the back panel, and that'll be handy. If it's not, I might have to extend it a bit. But yeah, definitely cut some weight out of it. I've made some space as well. Got both of those sat back in there so that I can put the 100E body straight alongside it, and it'll just make it nicer for working on them both then. Alright, that is it for today. I'm pretty happy with where that's at. There's going to be probably a whole day of just cleaning everything up and straightening up all the cuts and making sure everything's perfectly parallel down each side. Repair these bits on the sills, clean all those up, and then as soon as I've done that, I'm going to be on the 100E and just completely gutting that. The bottom half of the sills is going to go, fabricate a new top sill section. As soon as that's done, I can lift it on and clamp the two inner sills together, and we'll see how things are going to line up, and that'll be the first look at where stuff's going to go, and then we can work out how we're going to go from there. Someone wanted the inner sill pinch weld seam dimensions, sill to see if they could do this on another car. So it's 1,330 mil, and on the 100E, it's 1,325. Can't get over that. So yeah, more grinding on the next one, I'm afraid. But that is it for this one. Cheers for watching. See you on the next one.